Hey everyone, David C. Anderson here coming at you from the KnifeCenter, and today we're looking at the best Kershaw folding knives that you can buy in 2019. Let's check them out. Although they have a number of imported models in their lineup that are built very well, Kershaw also have a lot of great American-made models, and they give us proud quality at still competitive prices. That's a sweet spot that's hard to pull off in today's world, so we're glad to see companies like Kershaw still carrying the torch for affordable and worthwhile American production. Kicking off the list, we've got to start with the Kershaw Leek, not just for its historical significance, but also because it's still a great knife that has endured while other products have come and gone many times over. It was designed by superstar Ken Onion, a name that you're going to see all over not just Kershaw's lineup, but a number of other companies as well. It's made in the USA and it features SpeedSafe assisted opening, invented by Ken Onion, which kicked off the assisted opening craze. Not only is this one of the best Kershaw knives, but one of the best EDC pocket knives of all time. It's slim, pocketable, refined, and capable, all applicable words, and with many variants with different colors, locks, blade materials, etc. over the years, there's an option for any budget or taste. This particular one I'm holding here also sports another signature Kershaw feature, their patented composite blade technology. You can see this line running through the blade like a jigsaw puzzle, and that's actually a weld between two different steels both at the spine and at the edge, which will typically be a more premium steel. It looks really cool, and it also helps them keep the cost down versus making that blade completely out of that premium steel. In this case, the spine of the blade features 14C28N stainless steel, while the edge is constructed with CPM D2, which maintains the edge holding of standard D2, but it's easier to sharpen and tougher to boot. As an alternative to the Leek, a lot of you have been saying that the Dividend has overtaken it. And although we're still putting the Leek at the top of our list, honestly, it's kinda hard to argue with that. The Dividend is just a touch bigger than the Leek, but it has that same sleek styling, as well as SpeedSafe opening, slightly different ergonomics, and it's still made in the USA. Like the Leek, we've got a bunch of different variants as well, including budget versions with synthetic or aluminum handles and American 420HC steel. But this one right here is the top of the ladder right now. It features aluminum handles, a liner lock, and M390 steel, all for less than $100 at this point in time, making it a fantastic bargain as well. Next up is the Blur, which is a long-running workhorse model for both tactical and EDC needs. This is another United States-made Ken Onion design, again with SpeedSafe assisted opening, and it has aluminum handles with some nice grippy inserts. Now if this knife were designed today, it would probably be a flipper, but instead this is a thumb stud equipped knife. What's interesting, however, is that the thumb studs are angled in such a way that you don't really see anyone else doing. That cut makes it easy to press out with your thumb in just the right direction, and the spring assist takes over and completes the task with ease. Being another long-running Kershaw model, there are a bunch of different variations out there, including some different handle colors. And they're also available with either a Tonto or a recurve drop point blade. You can also see on this version here, we get Kershaw's distinctive tiger stripe finish. And steel options include BDZ1 or Sandvik's excellent 14C28N Swedish stainless. This steel was actually co-developed with Kershaw exclusively at first, before becoming more widely available, and you can often find it on their more affordable American-made knives. Because of that, this is hands down my favorite entry-level steel that any of the big manufacturers are offering today. It takes a wickedly fine edge very easily, but it still holds that edge very well, and it also brings a good amount of toughness and edge stability to the table too, which can help avoid issues like chipping if you're really torquing down on your knife. For an even more affordable workhorse, we have the Hinderer designed Cryo 2, a high-quality import that's a great way to get signature Hinderer style and design elements on a budget. The Cryo 2 is a stainless steel frame locking knife with 8CR13 MOV steel. This is a stainless steel that's very close to AUS 8, which was my favorite entry-level steel before 14C28N came along. This is a SpeedSafe equipped flipper knife with a broad drop point blade, and you can open it either with the included thumb studs or with that flipper. It does have a 4-position deep carry pocket clip, which means you can carry it in any pocket easily, but it's only going to be truly deep carry in a tip-down configuration. This knife definitely has Rick Hinderer's style written all over it, but we also get one of his signature hardware elements, and that's this disc on the back that acts as an over-travel arrestor. It keeps you from pushing the lock bar out too far if you get overzealous when closing the knife. Overall, this knife is solid, and it's just going to work hard for you, and you can feel it as soon as you pick one up. So some of these knives so far have been great ways to get a knife by a custom designer you may not otherwise be able to afford, but what about a whole brand that might be outside your reach? Such is the case with the Kershaw Emerson CQC line, a series of models that takes Emerson's tactical chops and gives us budget-friendly versions. This is the CQC 7K, and it's just one of the many models that are available in this series. The Tanto shape makes this a great knife for tactical uses, as do the dual opening mechanisms. First, we get an ambidextrous thumb disc that's mounted to the spine. This knife does not feature SpeedSafe, it is a manual opener, but it's still smooth and quick opening. We also get the patented Emerson wave-shaped opener, and this helps you to open the blade as you draw it from your pocket. All you have to do is simply catch this tab on the hem of your pocket, and thanks to that smooth frame lock, it draws very easily. This whole series gets these dual opening methods, so if you don't like this one, be sure to check the others out too. The next two models go together, and each is a great combination of a style statement piece and everyday capability. The first is the Nitrix series, which is a forward-thinking imported design with a ton of style for not too much money. The second is the American-made Bareknuckle series, which looks remarkably similar, and that's because both of these knives were based on a knife from Kershaw's sister brand Zero Tolerance, the ZT770. And both of these knives feature their patented sub-frame lock. This mechanism essentially takes the lock bar from a frame lock, isolates it, and then anchors it to another material. This offers the strong lockup of a full frame lock, but it lets them pair it with another material on the back for more style or contrast. In the case of the Bareknuckle, we get anodized aluminum, and we get G10 on the Nitrix, and this one even features a top layer of carbon fiber, which is extra cool. The Bareknuckle also features a 14C28N blade, and on this variant right here, we have Kershaw's well-regarded blackwash finish. And this is essentially a forced patina, which is then tumbled to achieve the desired rugged look. And it's been very popular since they first released any knives with this finish. Although early versions of the Nitrix were assisted openers, both of these knives here in front of me feature Kershaw's KVT bearing system, which opens very smoothly, and it's spread across their lineup because of just how good it is. Next is something from the Launch series of American-made automatic knives. Now my favorite Launch model is probably the Launch 1, but for this list I just had to pick the Launch 8. A matte disc in design with styling that echoes the rebellious 1950s switchblade stiletto, this is an ideal first automatic knife. But even if you already own several automatics, there's still a lot to love here. Especially when you consider that this one is priced just under $100 right now. As I said, it's American made, and we get anodized aluminum handles, as well as carbon fiber inlays on this version, as well as a CPM 154 steel blade, in this case with a tumbled finish. And even without the fantastic and strong push-button action of this knife, that would already be a very good deal. But when you add in that action, which is right up there with the best in the business, it becomes even more astonishing. And no matter which Launch model you choose, you'll still be getting those same great materials and build quality. Right now, prices range from about $75 to around $120 depending on the model, and the amount of quality you get for the money is astounding. You can easily spend over double that and still not get everything you get with these knives. Lastly, we've got one more surprise model, and we're going to completely shift gears from the knives you've seen so far. Kershaw makes a lot of great smaller knives that integrate some multi-tool elements, things like the Shuffle series, the Antic, the Barge, and all of them are good options. But our favorite right now is the keychain-sized Cinder, shown here with the optional copper handles. This is another Hinderer design, and despite the small size, it's actually quite usable, both in a standard grip and in a pinch grip when you need to use the point down. And right on the back of the knife, making this a multi-tool, is an integrated bottle opener, because as we know, everything's better with a bottle opener on it. This is a handy tool, and especially in these copper scale variants, it's really stylish as well, and we can't get enough of how great these are. It's not only going to look great on your keychain, but it makes a fantastic gift out there for a lot of people that may not even be knife people to begin with. They're still going to appreciate the Cinder. I've got to say, this was a hard list to narrow down, and there were some great models that didn't quite make the cut, which is a shame, with great designs from the likes of Jens Anso, Dmitry Sinkevich, Les George, Todd Rexford, RJ Martin, the list goes on. Make sure to let us know what you think of this list, and let us know your favorite model down in the comments. Be sure to let us know if you think we missed something too. In the meantime, to get your hands on any of these knives, click the link in the description below to head over to KnifeCenter.com. And be sure to sign up for our Knife Rewards program while you're there, Because if there's anything better than getting a new knife, it's getting points you'll be able to spend on a future knife at the same time. I'm David C. Anderson, signing off from the Knife Center. See you next time. My eyelid is sticking too, so that's not good. Which was my favorite entry-level steer.
Entry-level steer.
Do not put that in the blooper reel. Here we get Kershaw's well-regarded black garden. Well-regarded.
Well-regarded.
It's like Olive Garden, but less breadsticks.